Good evening, everyone, and we will start the teaching with the lineage prayer. So those of you who are watching, you can join with us the lineage prayer, Mahamudra lineage prayer. Maraya Baya Melaya Chejengamboyaba Tuzoi Jaya Kwenke Garaya Mayaba Chejen Shuenge Gobanjanandam Tedaya Sasoya Paya Dendro Abaso Savlaya Jaya Chelaya Nyamen roya taya boya gajala soya vaya yende soya gajala mayanam Gyabaya yenze noya nam tarai shengelo yangom ye kayang bara sombai shin Go Good evening, everyone. As we all know that because of the situation right now we are facing in this world, all the visit to KTC has to be postponed. And therefore, I have been requested many times to give some online teaching, and that's what we are doing. So because of this request, we came from all the KTCs, and the KTD has scheduled to teach from time to time online, and today is the first night. We are beginning today.
Then dela da Quran sugi regul to bokare chungaresna Sakya Nedrol madela then kanso delji jabko sene tarigul jebare chachi dong oma jena then Nedrol madela jelwan yishindarbo karmapa dinan shingi saji dajin tirimbochi da kishin 상지 뭐 장주 선봉 대수기 망보지기 되네 왕고스 강서 롱고스로 롱남 티고스로 티남 되네 망보 낭차로리 되네 다 예수 렌즈지에 저거지 되네 말한게 신기하면도 되네 강서 양절 렌즈 저거 보자 자기도 인나양다 말한도 게리기 롭속들라 저거 그런 제를 제발을 되네 말한게 강시시디 제시를 말하지.
So actually, I have been requested to explain this particular text called Sakya Nedrol in Tibetan, which is translated as a prayer that saved Sakya. And then, okay. And actually, I don't have too much knowledge about it, but somehow, since I have been requested, and I will try my best. And also, actually, it's not too necessary for me to explain because it has been already commented by His Holiness the 17th Gyalpo Karmapa, at the same time by also His Holiness the Sakya Rinpoche, who are real Buddha in person, and they have given the oral transmission. So I don't have to repeat that actually, but somehow since I have been requested frequently to explain a little bit this, so I'm going to try my best to explain whatever I can in my level best.
Tangtong Gyalpo da sungse da di sungpa po malam tsepa po di Tangtong Gyalpo yinpa tang. Jumsen neka kaangla tuyne sungpa re se na pöla da Sakya nyingma kachu gelu chuluk namba shiyibe na Sakya ki tensa de la 내기리 미저와 망부중 도탑 관계장 독 많이 봐 되네 강el 전부 준비 갑라 되네 중진 당동 저거 되네 말함디 제네 되네 디텐셔스 숭발라 때네 되네 내 잠지 돌와 레스네 되네 숭기를 숭근 되네 된데 숭바보 중진 당동제보 숭도 거비 좀센디 사제기 densa chamba sajegi negi jigba shiwe jedo sumbala tene sajene dharma sene chen dene sene tokpa ansare.
So if you have this book, maybe you can look at the book, and Kempola is explaining according to Tibetan title. According to translator here in English, it's just by Tangtong Gyalpo, but somehow in Tibetan we have little more than that. It says Tangtong Gyalpo Dorje Sung, which means the Vajra teaching of the Mahasiddhi Tangtong Gyalpo. So this shows the composer or writer of the book. And the next line, it says, Neg Jigba Shibe Saved Sakya Nedrol, and that's the title. And the next line shows the reason why he wrote this particular aspirational prayer. So the next one says, Neg Jigba Shibe Saved means the supplication that will free us from the fear of the disease or sickness. And then Sakya Nedrol is because there was a great epidemic in the great seat of Sakyapas, and then nothing could have to pacify that particular disease until Tangtong Gyalpo wrote this particular prayer. So after he wrote this prayer and he gave it to them and they asked them to recite, and so when they started reciting this prayer, then everything was pacified. That's why it's called Sakya Nedrol in Tibetan, and it has been translated as a prayer that saved Sakya. But if I translate, I would say like, I don't think if it's good English or not, but from the Tibetan word, Sakya Nedrol means a prayer that liberated Sakya from the sicknesses. That's a literal translation from the Tibetan word. That's all.
Then the chamro the kashegi 다 딜라 차라 된게도 가시기 디 차라 된게면도 디인데 디 강소 코랑 디등 디게 연락 예나면나 하고면도 디 지상 요주디 사자 밴드데 차슬위기 표현 지 요래 디 콜라 잠도디도 다디 사자 밴뱅이 숭 추저셔이나 디 사자 밴뱅이 바 차드위나 표현을 자로이나
콘이 숭하고서 콘이 숭하고서 사자 밴드다 Tangtong Gyalpo ni. Tat kia min tu lasu. Don na ting gol kiam tu chikan chin dong goro la shampa dong go don. Okay. Lasu.
Korang mixi di melam tu na jamdo di dong go sere. Ngaso duk do na ngaso domba ki chela tu no ko ba changsang la. Di jambo ma jamdo di.
Ta di su den Tangtong Gyalpo ko sung ma le lo bur ken jung tin ma yin dar. Tin sarwa. Okay, so there is a refuge prayer before the real aspiration prayer. Then I'm not quite sure whether this was composed by Tangtong Gyalpo or not, because some people recite this and some doesn't. And then some people recite some other refuge prayer. But I think the real writing of Tangtong Gyalpo start from the late over after the recitation of Mani or Mani Peme Hung. So before that, I saw in the writing of Sakya Pentida, where he was talking about the benefit of frustration. So, therefore, I'm not quite sure whether this 4 line of refuge was written by Tangtong Gyalpo or not. But after that, it is sure it was written by him.
Tene da di chapso do de la manam khada nyambe semjen thamje sebiki kapsula da chapso do bo marang so chirtang ngonde ki chamde kabla inayang tene yeso rangi pa yendo rangi ma dündo rangi neje gi da tawor the semjen rigdu ki semjen thamje da phamar majur ba chijam ne phamar ju be rigdu ki semjen thamje gongo se sungno sungge yoro di nangshin tene di kabla yang da chapso do bo tene rangdang 다 예소바 연도 마 둔도 내제 저 타고도 리도게 세면 만남 가다니 메셈진 탐제세 다 되게 잡서도 와보 가랑서 셀다바인다리 되네 라마 상제를 뭐지라 잡서 치유 세비가 없어다 잡서도 이게 율 잡내디 그래서는 다 당보 되네 근저 근도 뒤바 상제 최게는 탐지 뒤비기 되고
So anyway, I'm going to explain the 4 line of this refuge prayer. So it starts with the word in Tibetan, Ma Nam Kha Dan Nyambe Samjen Thamje. Until this line, it shows the one who is taking the refuge. So for example, when you are practicing Ondro, the preliminary practice, then we are taught that we should visualize the root father or the father of this life at your right side and the mother of this life at the left side, and your enemy in front of you, which is surrounded by all the sentient being of six realm. So exactly same. Here also we have to visualize in that way. That's why it says Ma Namkha Danyam Besemjen Thamje, which actually literally means Ma means mother, Namkha Danyamba means who are as equal as the extent of space, and Semjen Thamje means all sentient beings. Then after that it says Lama Sangye Rinpoche La Kyapsuche, and this is the object in which we are taking refuge. Until that is the one who is taking the refuge, and after Lama Sangye Rinpoche is the showing the object in which we are taking the refuge. So here, first we are taking refuge in Guru. Lama means Guru, and who is the embodiment of all the 3 Randas, Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha in one.
Then, Sangye Chidang Gendun Namla Jabsonjo, Di Chi Jamne, Takap Dende Shesuldu, Sangye Gunjok Chu, Gunjok Gendun Gunjok Sum Di, Dene Chi Jamdrom, Shavendro. Lama Yidam Kando Sum Den, Chilaki Zawa, Lama Mudubki Zawa, Yidam Tenegi Zawa, Kando Chijong, Disum Dide, Nangi Jabil, Nangi Jamdosin, Tatila Jabdo, the Nangi Jamdosin. Ne Rangsem Tongsel Cheki Kula Jazo, Tati also Rangsem. 다 랑기 줄라유베 리컴데 워시베 님부리나야 세나야레 라용리 줄라유베 최기고세나야레 다 데라 데네 댕기 잠도세 다 chi nang yang sangwei jamdasana ya chikin shena na ta doingi jamdasa zapskaba.
So after that, then the second line says Sangye Che Dang Gendun Namlai Kyapsu Che. And this is actually we're taking refuge in Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. Usually when we explain these three are as the external object of refuge or outer refuge we're taking. Then after that we have after that Lama Yidam Khandru Sola Kyapsuche. So these are the three roots. Lama is the root of blessing, and Yidam is the root of siddha or accomplishment, and the Khandro or protector. Khandro is Dagini. They are included in one category, the same category. This Dagini and protectors are the root of activity. So these are usually considered to be the object of inner refuge or extra inner, yes. And then after that, Rangsam Tongsol Chujuku Lakapsuche. And this is actually whatever you call the Tathagata Garba or the Dharmakaya, whatever the nature of our mind. We're taking refuge in it, and this is actually sometimes called the secret object of refuge, or sometimes also ultimate refuge, the object of refuge. So we are taking refuge first in Guru, who is the embodiment of all the three Ratnas, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. Then after that, we are taking refuge in the outer refuge, which are Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. Then inner refuge, which are Guru, Yidam, and Daginis. And then finally, we are taking refuge ultimately, or the secret refuge, which is the nature of own mind, which you can call Buddha nature, Tathagata Garva, or Dharmakaya, whatever you want.
Then 다 잠조 렌수맘 듄 예직소 진유 된세도 디 갑라다 미바 가려 공원도 지상 가서 잡저게 갑라 가려 버르잖아 다 타르도 코로 직발해 잡아 내가 년성 숨기 직발라서 받아 되네 결겐 바르셀기 직발해 잡아 잡도스 신의 소멜란 잡고요 당할 강엘던 동엘다 코르이기 집어 녀몽비기 집어 년성기 집어 대달래 잡도서지 다 대시르샤기 등도 단다 내가 값수 봐봐라 되는 믹세기 당하절라 내림기 집어 대다보다 미 셈진 박도메바 제가 망바절다 된데기 집어 예 뒤집어 딜레 잡도서 선배기 다 뒤덤비기 값수 다 뒤에 가서 레글 도지 슈슈슈하나신지 다 잠도 미고디 고문도.
So after that, it says, recite the All Mother throughout space, verse 3, 7, or 21 times, as much as you can. So this is after our time. But the important thing is the motivation, what kind of motivation we should have. Generally, when we are doing this, the supplication or prayer of refuge, we usually are asking them to protect us. From where? Ultimately from whole samsara, and relatively from the three lower realms, and then from the kleshas, and from all karmic suffering and so forth. So now we have to, on top of this general motivation, we must have this strong sense of getting liberation from this coronavirus, which everyone is going through the fear of this. So we have to have this longing to free everyone from that fear or suffering of this particular epidemic. And we have to make a kind of very strong the supplication motivated by this kind of thought.
Then in the 60 days, how the ransom don't say check you could just use in the 10 damage chapter. 10 damage chapter in the Jumsen Carrera, Rangi, Semgin, oh, the Tongba dan Selwa, Seldon Sung de Juba. Nangwa dan Tongba, Seldon, Nandon Sung de Juba. Then Seldon Sungju, Riba dan Tongba Sung de Juba, Riton Sungjugi, the Chugu Yimba, La Yimba Shebi Gane, then Chapje dan Deluigi Gane, then Chapsero de la Tendame chapter.
So to go back again, the last or the fourth line of the refuge prayer, when you say Rangsam Tongso Chujiko Lakapsuche, I said that this is the taking refuge or ultimate refuge. Why it is because when we say that the Dharmachara is actually the union of clarity emptiness, union of awareness emptiness, or union of appearance emptiness, and so forth. Therefore, this is no different than the Dharmakaya. So when we are taking refuge in there, ultimately, actually, we are free from any concept of taking or not taking refuge, or the object and subject and action of taking refuge, everything. So that's why this is called the ultimate refuge.
melom zebabo dubjin tangtong jebo khongri phagwa chene sigi tene namjul yimbala tene dungi namgar tene chabyul dedagi da dang lendo tene phagwa chene si tuji chembo dang dubjin tangtong jebo yerme dogom yangna rang da 강조 좁진 당동 저번은 바바 투지 전부 예르메도 곰네 되네 많이 되냐 많이 사.
So after that we have Om Mani Padme Hum, the mantra recitation, and the reason here we need to do that is because I think the composer of the writer of this book is Tangtong Gyalpo, who was an emanation of Avalokiteshvara. Therefore, I think it is important to do the mantra of Avalokiteshvara. So when you do this mantra recitation, you can either visualize inseparable of Avalokiteshvara and Tangtong Gyalpo himself in front of you as an object of your refuge, or you can have a self-visualization. You can visualize yourself as inseparable of Tangtong Gyalpo and Avalokiteshvara, and you can recite the mantra Om Mani Padme Hum.
teneya mani dembegi kapso da miba robajana rang da yang tangdong jebo da phagwa tuji chembo jobo yerme tuji lo komne tene rangi ningar dawa dawigi dengom dawigi dengi chilo tene shi tene Om Mani Padme Hum shi den den kora jamne yigru dil shi lo kora jamne yigru gi shi lo kora jamne tene badang tene manimo dembe kapso yigdo tene wasara che choje jawa sedang cheba la kusong tu nyebe cheba bu kusong tu ki chinlap tsu dune rang la tim yangja rangi yigdo tene wasara che ne tene kanso kam sum rido tamja la chabne tene ne dandegi nerim di chasang wasara karbo yigdo karbo le wasara karbo che ne tene ne tamje la 님의 의설기 범어시와 나신 님의 의설기 차오름시와 나신 슈네 덕성 삼비기 미바검네 되네 많이 된 tum나 페인유가 체디면로서.
So I think if you recite the mantra with the visualization, then it will be more beneficial or more effective. And then what kind of visualization you should have during this Mani recitation is that if you are visualizing yourself inseparable of a union of the great compassionate, which is Chenrezig, and Tangtong Gyalpo himself, then at the heart center you should visualize a moon disc, full moon disc, on which there is a free standing on it, which is surrounded by the Om Mani Padme Hum mantra. Then you radiate light from there, white light, and it goes all to the 10 direction and make offering to the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas who are in the 10 directions. And then receive their blessing and come back and dissolve into yourself again. And then again you radiate the light in the color of the white, and then goes to the all 6 realms of samsara, or also we sometimes say 3 realms. But in Tibetan we have different words for this, kamsum and rigtu. But in English we use the same thing, 3 realms or 6 realms. Anyway, these are whole samsara, whatever word you use. Then you think all the sentient beings in this 6th realm become free from this illness, all different kind of illnesses, and particularly this illness. Just like when the sun shines, all the ice melts into water. Just like that, you see, you visualize, and then I think if you do this visualization when you are doing the money recitation, it will be more effective and more beneficial.
Then Mangyungdida so 두슬라 뜬내다 참고 레레다 니니다 숨숨당 대난신다 동작이보다 가제당나 소속이 다 두슬라 뜬내다.
And the quantity of the numbers of money is up to your time. If you have time, you do one, like maybe you can even do 10 malas, which is 1,000, or just one mala is also okay if you don't have time. So it totally depends on your time. 1 mala, 2 mala, 3 mala, or 10 malas, or even more.
다메람 뭐데 라토 다데라 레당 로버를 깬레 줄바이 세데다 가레 동에서나 데네 네당 된당 지과 가레 여바이나야 탐제되네 레레 중요바 연장 데네 당보거랑 레레스 중노 데네 강서 맞아네 레레 직된 나서께서네 송발에 직된 대독 탐지 되네 레라 되네 중요해 봐네 대나신 도대 레자바 레장 되네 류진 남기 대동네 레나미 머투베 송세네 다 류진 심전 탐지기 대화동 동일 탐지 되네 레라 되네 중요해서네 송발에.
So now we are at the actual aspiration prayer, which was composed by Tangtong Gyalpo, and it started in Tibetan. It started le dang. Le is karma. So why it started with it is karma is because as a Buddhist we believe everything, whatever situation you are facing or going through right now, is a result of your own karma. And also it says in Abhidharma, Posha by Basubandhu, le le jigden asoke, which means all this different type of world or samsara is born from the karma. This is a very rough translation, okay? I'm translating directly, so I don't know, but I think its meaning is okay. Dode legya bal chiri khande song dola tagi. Dode legya bal sik khande dugo pai sik thi. Na yang man ngai chik na te. ngompa jodi nga lo le dode legya bade.
Lujen namgi dedugni le nam yimbar tu besung.
Oh, okay. And also there is another sutra. It's called the Sutra of 100 Action or 100 Karma. Dode Legyaba in Tibetan. It says all the situation of the sentient beings are their own karma, and it is taught by the Buddha. So everything is a result of our own karma. That's why it says le dang. First, the word Tangtong Gyalpo he wrote le. That's all.
다데 상마 레라 때문에 중개요래 되네 세드 데라 다 독재지 쉬어요. 그래서나 미카시기 나라 디와스는 중송 데 그래서나 되네 레레이나 되네 단다 레 미개와지긴 디과지긴 레 독재적인 디소 강엘 강소 중개면도 나사 당디 강엘 중개면도 le masaken disela tena kangal chungedu sene tenegi tobachi tuadanga chungso dila tocheji.
So I would like to clarify a doubt here. When I say everything is result of our karma, then I have been asked many times by many people, then why those people who are engaged in more negative karma doesn't face any problem, but those who are in the not really engaged in negative karma face more in difficulties.
Then 가르에서나 디 le 마임비 좀 생기 되네 강서 디고 강서 le 여보제겐 두부용하다 le 두제제겐 양보용하 디 레베서나 말에 디 가르에서나 le 용출라 되네 남바 숨 여바래 남바숨 가르에서나 당보 통신 용절기 레슨 Then Cedilla Lesang, Cedilla Devonian, Chigio Bari, Tongjun, Dilla Tongjun Yongji Lesigi, then Changma Dinashin Yomari, or Di Tangbode.
So it's not that that's not correct because when we say the result of karma, there are different ways of experience the result. And basically, there are three different ways. And first one is called Tongchu Nyungjul in Tibetan, which means the karma experience vary in this very life.
Then Tongchu Nyungjul lady Hajangi, then Chapchimodang, Hajangi, then Kunlong da Le Sangbo Yinaya, Kunlong Kanzo, Samgi Mishabagi, Top Nubadang Dembachi Dang. Le duga inaya kunlong zatagi kunlong duga dende chigdang dene le sakbegi yul 개발진 이민 델라 니라 때네 데네 강서 통전연절기 레디 용투기 버려.
So usually we don't experience this, the first one, which is called Tongchu Nyungyur in Tibetan. So it is translated as a like karma experience within this life. So you whether it doesn't really matter whether it is a good karma or bad karma, you should have a very strong motivation, which is called Kempola use some mikaba means unconceivable, unthinkable, very strong. And at the same time, the object of your action, whether it is a good or bad, should be also a very special one. If you have this kind of, if you commit this kind of action, then you might be able to experience the result in this very life.
Then Peter was Chashabai, Nangema Sanji Jamden Shubigi Kabla, then Pangoni, Ulboni, Kalasaki Megini, then a Tawa longness again. Then a Pango chick the long chick the Sanji Jamden, the Sunyumla Pedi. 다 롱세 동반 남네 수님라 파페디 되는 방고지 롱겐을 레버도 다 딜라 상제 좀 내가베 수님라 페기요레 콜라가 나야요 말어 롱세 동만네 되네 상제 양 수님 셰네 다 셰차네 추페디 다 롱세 나라 설하요로 와서 양 방고지 롱겐지 레버 되네 코 롱세 난게 설학 차당 라 되네 보 다 상제를 제가 야구마도 두고 수입하고 말하다 야구 라코 김보중 신보중 되네 코니 대방원이디 제마 차라 툭송을 툭네 계좌중도 되네 지기 나 드린 가라마 송세 되네 코 공도사 지기 나 드린 베 클라심보 된데 라송세네 코니 계좌중 말은 계좌세대 되네 대방고 마라겐디 콩도산에 되는 nga jebu yulongba jebu tabuchigla ge wangcheji yenang에 상제 겐든 코르던 제바 상마 깨도샤게 인생에 되는 코 된데 라바 인생 되네 대 소념 라겐디기 nga jebu 롱바디 jebu ta부 왕제 yenang에 상지 좀 된데 다와 로로로 소념 표시네 된데시네 소념 표시네 샤게 인생에 코랑이 깨져 된데 중반은 되네 디 제네 되네 디 강소
티베탄
가메 마라겐 콩스사겐디 코 젤보기 자고 틀어 녜데서로 칼라마라 따가또 녜데 되네 제보 보장나네 되네 신다라 집네 페드 신다기 콜로기 되네 고랑기 게제 되나 시와인데가 되네 디 상제라 소년 표기 인식인데 코 방라 되는 행동직로 틀어 녀되거든 행동 틀어 녀되데 다 니마 코 녀되 행동 dim나 추요래 니마 편에서 샤래 이나요 코 니고는 니마 유엔에 파래나야 행동 dim마디 파마도 진 투데디 콜라 dim나 집제네 되네 롱바 신다지글라 되네 제보면에 다 제보 거야라 되네 미수남지 진지 간대지 유나 되네 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 다제당에 제보 돼서 lumba 돼서 다제당 천내도도 다 코통거래 코통데 다디 메스남 전지 그래도 니마 파도나 딥나디 니마 요도나 딥나 요마도 디스남 진텐된지 수남 된지 그래도서네 코 키네데네 제보고요 인생 다 디르볼 통제 용절기 레서 다 건서 세딜러 레상의 세딜러 대본용의 디스부터볼 통제 용절기 레서 그럼.
So if I tell you one history about this, how you experience this, the first type of the karma, which is called the karma experience within this life, the in sutra it says there were two beggars who had nothing to eat. It was quoted in the words of my perfect teacher by Patrumpiche. So anyway, we saw there. So the story says there were two beggars who had nothing to eat. So Buddha was on his way for begging alms one morning, and then one of the beggars met Buddha at the beginning. So Buddha had nothing because he was just starting his begging, and he had not received yet anything. So his begging bowl was empty. Therefore, he had nothing to give to that beggar. That beggar didn't receive anything. And then another beggar met Buddha at the end of the begging. Then at that time, Buddha had lots of leftover in his begging bowl. So he gave all the leftover to this beggar. And then at a time, these two beggars met together. Then they talked each other. And one said, "Oh, I had a wonderful meal today." And they told their story to each other, whole story. One said, "Oh, I got from Buddha," and the one said, "I didn't get anything from Buddha." And then so the one who didn't get anything from Buddha become kind of angry with Buddha, and then he said, he wished actually. He says, "If I become a king of this whole region, I have the power, I will cut all the head of Buddha and all his retinue." And then other one says, "If I become a king of this particular region, and if I have the power of king of this particular, then I will invite Buddha every monthly or daily and offer him meals." So they talk in this way, and they wish that way very strongly. And then at a time when the other beggar who was angry with Buddha was sleeping at a door of the, or maybe gate, I should say gate of a royal palace. So when king was passing through, the chariot, right? Chariot, the wheel of chariot went over his head, and his head was cut up right away. And then the other one who received food from Buddha and who had the good wish for Buddha was sleeping underneath the shadow of a tree, actually. And then because of his merit of that wonderful wish, when the sun was in the east, the shadow would be in the west, right? So we're sleeping here. So usually when the sun goes to the west, shadow should be in the east. But shadow didn't move. Even the sun moved, shadow still remained until he woke up. So then nearby one region didn't have a king. And then all the ministers are looking for a person who has special merit to become a king. So they saw him, sleeping under the shadow of a tree. Usually there is no shadow at that time of the day. Then they thought, "Oh, this is a special person. He has a special merit." So they appointed him as a king of their region. And these are the example how you can experience the result in this life. So this is called Tongchu Nyunggyur in Tibetan. Tongchu means the result you can see. And Nyunggyur means experience. This is the word, the meaning of the word. But what it means is you experience the result of your action in this life.
Tene kene nyongjor gi le thegindi ta kewa ngamala le sangne tene kewa yina ya mi kewa yina le sangne kewa jema dela chimi gi kewa dela tene kanso go le dedu gi le debo nyonggen dela tene kene nyongjor gi le thegindi.
And then second one ki isa kapta kaya ta kya tam ke saki It just says experience after next birth. So in Tibetan, kene nyonggyur, which means you experience after you take birth. So that means you experience, it is certain that you experience in next life. So whatever you have done, good or bad, you will receive the result in your next life. That's called the next one. It's called kene nyonggyur. In the translation is experience after next birth.
Tene lendang shenla nyonggyur ki le segende ta kewa mangbu ki jela tene nyonggen chigyo bare. Ta di pedro chasha na gelong rawati na segende do. Tene di ko ngenshe yang yo re, zumzhe yang yo re, ko loma yang tene jatang mangbu yo be gelong ji. 코랑 되네 니마지 낙선낭라 되네 최고 최점 이야 제도로 최고 전에 되네 대바래 되네 디 코니콜라 요비기 정습이 되네 비우 지글라송 레스 되네 디 배우세가도디 낙선낭라 도와 통마래 도와 통네 코 델라친데 되네 결론데 통마래 결론데라 되네 저랑 가르치게 되게 세대 결론되가 최고 최적 저거요 최저거요 최고 서버서에 최적이요 되네 라바레 랍데 되네 디 비우 답보되게 네 카치네 따도 되네 샤통화인스 되네 디 최고레면 샤레도 되네 되네 결론 코랑기양 되네 따디양 되네 샤랑 통화인스도 되네 디 비우 답보되게 되네 결론디 티네 제보라 되네 게 비우디 세 거기 꾸막꾸네 세도 되네 딜러 체바체로 치스네 되네 제보기 동낭라 더 전동낭라 주거네 되네 이나 샤보둑 참네 코랑 비우디 녀바레세 녀네 되네 양코 비우다보디 제벌자라 치네 콩 비우꾸면도 나랑 노르송도 나랑 비우 녀송 잡아든 결론디 땅으로 치스네 쉬바레 이나야 제보디 투기행네 제네 되네 코 종항나라 다와둑 라바 인스가 되네 다와둑 하도 되네 코랑게 로마 영 좀지토바 망보 문시도 좀지토바 망보 예디 되네 대속에 제보자라 친네 되네 아주 디켈론데라 녀바 요 마레 텐데 땅로치 슈디 되네 나베 제보 템바 강소 제네 되네 땅바 인세 되네 제보 마 종원날 배데 되네 켈론데 배 칼리 침보 업제 침보 중 되네 제보기 공다 나랑 텐데스네 유는 말하선세데 되네 코랑기 기 캠바인다 디 제보기 녀제 마레 나랑기 레레스네 송마레 켈론데 나랑기 레레 되네 레 가레 인세데 되네 녜마 나 되네 강소 답변제 꾸마지 지기 된데기 보고 지기라 깨와래 말에 뒤에 갑라 되는 게 비우지 꾸네 저송아인 저저도 되는 다보게 하고 내가 제대당도 게 비우디 되는 랑상제지 검잡네 쇼도 디 틸러 육네 샤네 가랑 저송아인 되는 디 비우다보디게 랑상제디 손네 되는 강소
예바당로
제 정함나라 샤보두이나 지텐데라 디 나민 기테네 마케와 망볼라 레뇽메 다리디다 링에 레 타마인스 송바레 어디 인데 데네 강소 깨왕아메게 레 사바다 강소 제부 단다 용야 디도요 바레 단다 레선에 단다 용어도 마이바다 예바메바.
And then the another type of karma is lendang shenla nyonggyur in Tibetan, which has been translated as a karmic effect experienced during any lives after the next one. So it doesn't necessarily you doesn't necessarily experience right after this life, any other life. So example is again there is a very good bhikshu who is called Rabati or Rebati, who was highly realized. Even his student had clairvoyance and miraculous power. So we no need to mention about the teacher. But somehow, one day a nearby villager lost his calf, right? You say C-A-L-F, calf, right? How do you pronounce that? Calf, yeah, the young cow. Anyway. So he was looking for that. So this Gelong was actually, he was coloring his robe, because in the ancient you have to color by yourself, I think. So he was trying to make his robe in what the saffron color, yes, saffron color. So, and then he had to make fire. So the owner of calf saw smoke coming from that spot. So he went there. Then he saw this monk was doing something with a fire in a big container. So he opened the lid of container. Then actually the owner of this calf saw meat in it. Actually there was no meat. And then when the bhikshu himself looked, then he also saw like a meat. Then the owner of the calf caught the monk and he took to the king. And then he asked king to punish the monk because he stole my calf and killed and cooking. I saw by my own eye. Then the king put him in a dungeon hall, in a prison, lesser in a prison. And then after 6 days, the baju di ngon ama moragi rang marwa. Baju di pugu di ama kirang dakbo di rarwa. Ama moragi rang tiong marwa. Taki nima tugi chile ki baju di rara song song la. Pugu di rwa. Di dakbo di rarwa. Okay. Anyway, the owner found his calf after 6 days, alive. Then he went back to king and then said, sorry, I was wrong. I found he didn't steal or he didn't kill. Please release the monk. And then the king said, okay, but he was distracted. So he didn't release the monk until some of his students who has miraculous power and clairvoyance came flying from the sky and then request the king. Said, this, our teacher is innocent, please release him. Then king was reminded of him. Then he went down and then he tried to apologize the monk. And then the monk said, no, you don't have to apologize. This is my own karma, a result of my own karma. And then what kind of karma you committed? Then when he was asked, and the monk explained, before many lifetimes, I was a thief. Then I had stolen a calf. And then when I was running away, I was being chased by the owner. Then I saw a Pratika Buddha who was doing a meditation at a forest. And I just left my calf there. And the owner of calf thought he was the thief. So they caught the Pratika Buddha and put in the prison for 6 days. And that's why this is my last result. Even before that, I have been already experienced many results for that. So this is called the Lendang Hyala Nyongyurgi Le in Tibetan, which means a karma effect experienced during any lives after the next life.
Dari kanzo le ngemba samne tebu tunge nyongwa ila chaba mendo tse deri gewa dumne dewa jachamba toyagi ngeba mendo dene rimba dendesina chogo do 다 넘버 숨 저거 통제 용주르당 개내 용주르당 렌랑셀라 용주르 디인데 다 단당 가서 디과 마제나야 속제 마제나야 되네 강서 나사당 강엘당 동엘 중에대 가르스나 어다디 렌랑 개왕에마 삭베게 레 렌랑셀라 용주르게 레도 레도술라 레오르도 가시 되네 강서 개내 용주르게 개왕아메게 레 삭발라 되네 제보들이 미뉴 개 가시 개왕망베 ingela 삭베게 레디 단단 용용.
So even though it is certain that we get good results from good karma and bad results from bad karma, but it is uncertain that we get in this very life. For example, if you do a good karma today, it is not certain that you will get a good result right away tomorrow, or like that. So don't expect that way. Otherwise, you have strong enough motivation to have the result in this very life, whether it is bad or good. So those people who are going through more suffering, even they practice a lot, you should understand this is the last category of this way, the way you experience the result of karma, which is called karma effect. Karmic effect experienced during any lives after the next one. And then same again. Those people who are going through a good result, even they are committing lots of negative karma, again the same time. So we have to have this understanding of different way of experience the result of the karma. 다 두소 팔지 심르도 되는 영상으로 까망가 맞으면 달라. 근데 되는 영상으로 때들이 까망가 맞으면 달라다.天상이 디가로 송샤는 양말 산이 지여로 다 까망가 맞으면 달라 두소. 단들 레디 뭐 당보도 무사
칙칙이로
라서
다 레당 로브를 깰래 줄바 인세 다 레 지부기양 되네 강소 제보민 특기 매발은 델라 가레 고거에서는 로버기 깬 고기 로버기 깬매 강소 레 메나 로버기 깬 지부기양 되네 레 제보민 특기 매발은 페르나 아서 디 멘도트 볼레나 레디다 멘도게 사번데 데 레트 볼레도 사번데 예나양 콜라겐 추동, 류동, 사동, 다 두시 두 남다 두시기 두시 라마데나 사 제보 사벤지고 도감도 강래샤나 제보밍이 오므라 유고기기 오므라 메도샤르기 오므라 강소 동북기기 말에 디나신 레연나양 로버기 깬다 녀몽데도 메나 되네 강소 레티기 제보민 두기 매바래 다 디인데 스캔 주 사벤다부 레디 땡도 다 로버기 깬니 투투용데 되네 제보디민 용거요 바래 다 메도게 사벤당 주 사벤당 깬추 류드 라소바 초용데 다 요고당 동보당 메도린 바신의 개용거요 대나진당 알아도 다른 내림대야 다 지령 소소 나사 동을 용거야디 되네 레레 이나양 깬디가래던다 속착이다 강소 드라메라 되네 세미 소발라 되네 중화디다 깬도버지르드로.
So the next line in Tibetan says Loburken. Loburken is translated as a temporary conditions. So even we have this karma, which is like a cause, to make it fully ripened, you need to have the right condition come together, which are necessary. For example, if you want to plant a flower, the seed is like a karma. And then just to have a seed is not sufficient, not enough to have a flower as a result. Now you need many conditions, like water, fertilizer, heat, and then the right season and so forth. Then you will have the sprout, the real the flower and so forth, just like that. So and then now at this situation of the coronavirus, of course the man is the karma of our own these sentient beings of this today's world, and then the condition is consuming the meat of many different wild animals and so forth. So when these things come together, then we are facing the terrible nightmare of this result.
ni chepale jurbe da dön da dang da dön la da dön rik mitro mongbo yoro de le jurbe ge da ne dande ge dene konso yamne ge da konso digerena 되네 미마이 마 중보 세워 다 된당 중보도 망쳐와니 이다기리제나는 이다기리제 그래서 대나진다 루당 전 두보당 루도발라서바기 된 대라서베 세워서 샘제 이미 되위 내남군 세다 더리디 엄마데 샘제 이미 되위 내래도 네 용헬레자 네 만용에 대해서 샘제 채워도 샘제 망와 차고 디도원다 만나 무슨 내게 만나는 되네 이 미대로 줄비기 예내 명점 퇴바점 기자 이 미대로 줄비 내 남긴 직된 감수 당하란서 율함직도 보당 정유직도 보당 제합직도 마연바 직된게 감다 상제 좀 된데기 둘진 직된게 감 제와 타자요 대저기 직된 감 탐제라 되네 중어로 마저지 세네되네
So now we are doing the first stanza of this aspirational prayer, and then after that it says Dön Ne Jungbu Tsewa. So Dön is actually all evil spirit. Usually we translate the evil spirit or harmful spirit, but non-human spirit. So forth. It's very hard word. There are so many people, so many ways of translating, and some people just give up now. They're just using the Tibetan word. They just say Dön. So Dön actually means the evil spirit. Let's just say here it's just a harm of spirit. It just say this translation just say only spirit. It doesn't even say evil. Okay, and then next one is Ne is illness. Jungbo. I think a little bit mistake here in this translation. If you are reading this book, okay, just to correct it, it says element. So element is actually jungwa. Here is jungbo. Jungbo is not element, but you can translate elemental. If you just put one a, that's okay. So I think they missed the a. Okay. So if in Tibetan was jungwa, then that's element, just like earth, fire. But here jungbo is also a kind of evil spirit. So you can use elemental. If you still want to use this word, then you just put after the T one A and else, then it becomes jungbo. Okay. So anyway, all these jungbos or evil spirit are actually belong to the category of preta, hungry ghost. So anyway, the first line is says, may all disease that disrupt the mind of sentient beings. So actually this is very correct, because now those people who are going through, who are already infected, of course they have lots of problem in mind, but rest of us also have lots of worries and fears. So disturb our mind also. That's what it says. So never occur throughout the realms of this world. So it says not just one region, not just one country, or not just one continent. We have 7 continents, right, in this world. But it says the whole world. So basically it says, may this fearful disease which disturb our mind of sentient beings, which is comes occurring because of our own karma and in temporary conditions, and then it seems caused by the even it appear to be like whether it comes from sicknesses or evil spirit or elementals and so forth. No matter what evil they may be, may they pacify in the whole world. And this is what the first stanza says. Okay, now the time is up. I'm timekeeper actually. We are already 3 minutes past, but that was not in my control. So we do the dedication roll. Okay, please. Those. Oh, did you do it? Monam go on the money that money to go to. So we will do this prayer, and since we are already running out of time, we will do the money recitation only 1 mala, and I'll be the umze. Please join me. Get your book on your hand, those of you who are watching me, and then I will make sure slow enough so that you can follow me. Okay? Okay. Oh, nam kha dan nyam be sem jen tham je lama sang ye ren bo je la ja zo je wo sang ye je dan gen de nam lai ja zo je lama ye dan khan do so lai ja zo je Rangsam Dongsai Chigye Gola Japsun Che O Maya Namka Dai Nyambe Semje Tamje Lama Sangye Rembo Che Lai Japsun Che Sangye Che Dai Gende Nam Lai Japsun Che Lama Yedam Khandro So Lai Japsun Che Rangsam Dongsai Chigye Golai Japsun Che O Maya Namka Da Nyambe Semje Tam Lama Sangye Rembo Che Lai Japsun Che Sangye Che Dai Gende Nam Lai Japsun Che Lama Yedam Khandro So Lai Japsun Che Rangsam Dongsai Chigye Golai Japsun Che O Mani Peme Hum O Mani Peme 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 Oman be moman 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 Oman be moman 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 be Oman be moman be moman be moman be moman Oman be moman be moman Oman be moman be moman be moman Oman be moman be moman Oman be moman. Now we are doing the aspiration prayer, and I am going to use the melody that was composed by His Holiness the 17th Gyalpo Karmapa for Mahamudra aspirational prayer. But when you do by yourself, you don't necessarily have to do that if you don't know. Okay? Okay, look at your book, page number 2. Le dan lo bor ke le gyurwa ye den dan ne dan jong bo che wa so sem je ye me de ve ne na go ji den kham so jong bo ra ma gyur ji che da she me yan che be se ja she ge je je la ya lo san de se be so do ge do ma che ye ba je de kham so jong ra ma gyur ji che da she je ya kha na zu ba da ra ya ne ge men za ya de be da je be ye je ba da ya da be rem so ge ya lu je go la ya ne bra ma gyur ji ne be ge re don ra je jo da ya lo bra ye do ya sam ja do jo da she ja za je ne la zo ba ye lu je go la ye ze bra ma gyur ji lo sam de wa ya ma lo ro je be jo je ro be do ma je ne ba ma lo je je da do de ba da ya se re de me de ge de ba jo la ma go jo som ge do je da ya kha do je ya so me ne do da Lende lo wa ya me be den do ye mo wa ya ma la ya da se do ba yo. Our usual dedication prayer. Oh, so nam de ye tam je se ba ye thom ne ye be ra na ya pham je ne ke ga ya na je ba la ya do ba se be zo le do wa ra jo jam ba la ba wa je drai khem ba Kondo Zambo Teyan Teyin Tedai Kunye Yeso Daloj Gewan Deda Tamje Rabdo Ngo Sangye Kozoi Nyebe Shelab Chenye Mengyure Debe Shelab Kende Meche Debe Shelab Shidra Ngawaya Mola Drupara Yo Dushi Leya Yavayan Telaya Karamaya Bade Debe Nyemboende Chodaya Vengaya Yavje Yeme Taubaya Rambe Pebe Dwaji Yo